Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. This is the second Caught in the Act that came on Tuesday. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, this is Kayla. She is beautiful. She is 22. And like Tammy said, what is she doing over here on this couch? She's in a relationship and she says she has a lot at stake. Her mother, her father divorced. Her father got custody of her, and she really believes in her dad. He's a hard worker. She's a hard worker. And if her dad doesn't like him, she doesn't either. I know, child. I don't understand either. But she met Danny and she felt like he was everything. She felt like he could help her transition because she was trying to not be so dependent on her father and just be independent. And they actually have an event business together. He's an event coordinator. He travels a lot. And they have a space together where they throw private events or help you find a place where you want your event. So Tammy said, how is that being in a relationship and working together? She said they were trying to be different. She said it's in both of their names. They have 50% split. She put in 15,000. Her dad put in 10 and she put in 5. And Tammy said, well, how's that going? She said it was going good until. So Tammy asked her, did she file any paperwork or does she see any paperwork? She said no, she kind of let Danny handle it. And lately he has been ghosting her. He's been going on trips. He won't take her with him. Their guys' trips and things like that. Tammy said if you continue to work like this at this age and at this rate, you're going to be hurt a lot. And she asked her, do you think he's cheating? And she said, yes, I do. So, of course, Tammy's going to help her. Now, Danny and Kayla live together, so they put surveillance in the house. He got a phone call. He said he was getting ready to go. He was about to go clock in. So he meets these two ladies at this space because this is Danny and Kayla's space together where they hold events. And he is showing this girl where she can have her party. Then we follow him. Listen to me, Then we follow him to clearly like a bakery. He gets some coffee and gets some pastries and he's out. So he goes in and he like drops them off. Nobody comes to the door. I don't know. So that was day one. Nothing happened on day one. Right? So now he's back home, he's getting in the car and he goes to this park. And when they come back over the hill, he's with this girl. So who is this? Because this is not Kayla. So we hear him telling this girl, of course, I'll do right by you. You know what I'm saying? So then they're talking about a party and he said, you know, I'm going to do right by you, right? And he said, I'm going to get you your Gucci bag. And then she says, what about Kayla? So she is aware of who Kayla is. So child, we here at headquarters and Kayla is introduced to Coach Ken and Tammy lets her know Coach Ken is here to help her process anything that she sees. So she sits down and we start looking at the videos. This is on day one. He is not doing anything. He is laying on the couch. This is before he got up to leave to go get the coffee and the pastries. So what she's doing right here is she's looking at the house that he's dropping the coffee and the pastries off to. And she said, I think that's his grandma's house. So nothing there. So then they show her this. And she's like, do you know these ladies? She was like, no, but this is our event space. And it looked innocent enough. Until we got to this point. Kayla didn't like this. She thought this was a little too much. Tammy didn't like this. I didn't like this. I thought this was a little too close for comfort. Ken being a man, it was just a hug. She's thanking him. Sir. So child, this is day 2 and they show her that he's at a park. Before she saw this, she said he often goes there to clear his mind. Tammy said, is that him clearing his mind? She's in utter shock because what we find out is that is the young lady from the event space, right? Holding hands, going to get coffee and all the things. Child, so here he is saying Kayla is irrelevant. Don't talk to me about my past. My past is my past. And then she says, hold on. I dealt with you dealing with Kayla the whole time. So she is the side chick. I don't even gotta say nothing. She is devastated, right? She hears him say, you know, like, I want you to take me home to meet your parents and things like that. And like Tammy said, him saying, I'm off of Kayla and I'm on to you. And she's just really hurt by this because now he's making it very clear that he's with this woman. And what else she was upset about is how the girl knew her name and how she used it so cavalier, right? And Tammy's like, they've been doing pillow talk. So she's very aware who Kayla is and what Kayla is in his life, right? And Kayla's really hurt because of the way he is disregarding her, saying that she's irrelevant. Child, so Tammy said they at the house. Now we can finally see what's going on. They're in the pool in the nude, right? Y'all, I was moving his eyes back and forth trying to get the best one. Yeah, I wish I could play that video. Ken is crazy. This was Ken's face when Tammy told Kayla to keep watching and Danny was sucking the lady's toes. Tammy said, did he come back home and kiss you in the mouth? Ken, you do this on purpose. I know he hears me and he does this for me. So Kayla gets very upset. She runs off. She goes in the bathroom. Tammy talks her out of the bathroom. And Ken says that what you have right here is future pacing. He's making these promises that he knows he's never going to keep. Getting that money out of her. Saying that we're going to have this business, right? And then he's off to something else. Child, she said she's been looking for the paperwork. She's found everything but the paperwork and the safe and everything. And when she is faced with her two options, a takedown. So let's go. Child, so they found the woman and Danny at their event space. And Tammy's like, you know, get your questions answered. She looks so pretty, right? She looks so pretty. Child, Tammy done found them in Kayla and Danny's space, event space. And then we hear the woman say, oh, you got to take me to meet your grandma. He says, yeah, we'll take her to church. She likes stuff like that. Then Kayla said, that was my idea. Child. So Kayla sashays into the event space. That's him back there with the table in his hand. Back here by the window is this woman. And we got to find out who this woman, Hoppo. So, child, we found out that the side piece is Haley. Right? Haley is aware. Kayla said, hi, Haley. I'm Kayla, but you know that. She's like, what's really going on? Danny over here telling her to chill out. Get back. So he's like, what you doing? What you doing with all these cameras? She was like, this what you're doing in our space with my money? And this is when Haley finds out that Danny and Kayla owns this event space together. She is shocked. Child, when she said, you like sucking toes now too, he said, you of all people know I got the freak in me. Like, no remorse. No, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. Haley, step back. None of that. Child, then he said, Haley knows what it is. Haley said, actually, I don't know what it is because you told me that you weren't even fooling with her. And she was like, Kayla was like, Danny, I've been honest with you. I've been vulnerable with you. Like, we work together. Like, what's really going on? He was like, we can talk about this one-on-one. Tammy said, no, we are here together now. Baby, when Kayla let Haley know that this is her event space with him, Haley was like, this is y'all's together. This baby right here said, calmly, I'm the majority owner, and what I say goes. Baby, I was Ken, and Ken is me. Do you understand me? Because when he said that, he said, she is only 25% owner. This baby thought she was 50% owner because that's what he said. She hasn't seen any paperwork. And Ken is pissed. He said, this is my business. And it's not my fault that Kayla did not read the paperwork. And you know what they say about if you want to hide something from people, put it in something they can read. Child, he says she put up 50% of the startup cost to get 25% of the business. What? And at this point, Ken was like, you knew that. You knew that she thought that she had 50%. You knew what she was doing. You let her do it. And you knew what she thought she had. So you deceived her. He kept talking about she didn't read, but you deceived her. He said he can't deal with Haley no more because there's no more fun. The relationship has become the job. Tammy let him know once the side chick becomes the main chick, then that's your old chick. And that's real. Haley took accountability. She said she was wrong for what she did. She told Kayla that she would be as upset as she is right now. But she wants to be with Danny. Danny told her that they're going to work it out in the paperwork. He going to give her, like, buy her out or whatever. So That's what they're doing because they are together. Tammy said, you learn a valuable lesson right here. Let this be the last time. She's not with Danny. They're working out their business deal. This is her dad, and she told Danny that her dad was going to whip his ass.